Okay, so today we also start with the same practice of the thermal physics section because we completed all the concepts of thermal physics. Now you just need to practice the questions क्योंकि questions आप practice करोगे तो आपको idea होगा कि ये concept इस तरह से भी apply हो सकता है, ये concept इस तरह से भी use हुआ जा सकता है। ठीक है, तो वो सारी चीजों का अब आपको idea होना चाहिए। So we have this question. It shows a metal coffee cup on a metal warming plate. So both are made up of metal, as we can see in the diagram also. There is a small electrical heater inside the warming plate. So there is a small electrical heater that keeps the plate hotter than the coffee. Now describe how heat is transferred through the metal and then to all of the liquid in the cup. And this question is for total 3 marks. So it means you need to define in detail. So आप क्वेश्चन एक बार रीड कर लो खुद से भी और फिर आप देखो कि आप इसे कैसे आंसर करोगे। 3 मार्क्स के लिए कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन है ये आपके पास। और अगर आप एक्सप्लेन करना चाहते हो तो आप शॉर्ट कीवर्ड्स में बता सकते हो कि यहाँ पर ये प्रोसेस होगा। ठीक है, फिर हम इसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन कंप्लीट कर लेंगे। जी जी आप अफान
Yes, sir.
जी आप बता रहे हो आंसर।
Yes, sir. Through convection.
Through convection, okay. Basically, they are asking that how heat is transferred through the metal and then to all of the liquid. So basically, they are asking for two different like type of matter. So एक आपने कहा convection, ठीक है, वो convection किसके लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो आप? Through the metal या through all of the liquid in the cup?
Sir, through all the liquid.
Through all the liquid, right? So basically, it is very much clear. We all know that when we are using the concept of the liquid, so in liquid, heat can only be transferred with the help of convection. And when we are talking about metal, so metal is solid. So which process helps you to transfer thermal energy through metals?
Conduction.
Conduction.
Conduction. So it means, first of all, the transfer of heat takes place with the help of conduction, and then convection takes place to transfer the heat from metal throughout the liquid. So now you need to describe for complete 3 marks.
So, sir, in this question, we'll be like telling that how from metal, from the warm metal plate, the
Yes,
heat is transferred to the cup, and then how from the heat from the cup is transferred to liquid through
to the
convection.
liquid. Yes. So
Like we will,
basically,
in short, we will be telling about the process of conduction and convection.
yes.
Okay.
So basically, heat transferred through conduction in metal free electrons and molecules get thermal energy from metal plate heat. And when we are talking about liquid in the cup, so heat can be transferred through convection process in liquid and hot molecules or high energetic molecules rises up in the liquid to transfer heat throughout the liquid. So this is the explanation for the answer. First, you need to explain the idea of conduction, then you need to explain the idea of convection. जी, आप कुछ पूछ रहे हो?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask
हम्म
if like we have to explain the whole answer, and if we like don't get how
Okay,
to explain it, can we write a short answer?
okay. So basically, as we already discussed, in questions we got different terms, right? Sometimes we got state. So state means one word answer, right? Or you can define that idea in a single line. But sometimes they ask to describe, and describe means to like write your answer and proper or like detailed scientific explanation is not required. Okay. जिस तरह से आपको याद होगा कि इन कन्वेक्शन करंट के कॉन्सेप्ट ने हमने कंप्लीट 5 स्टेप्स लिखे थे, लाइक डेंसिटी डिक्रीजेज, मॉलिक्यूल्स स्टार्ट्स टू राइज अप। तो यहाँ पर हमने इतनी डिटेल नहीं लिखी, राइट? वी जस्ट ओनली मेंशन दैट द हाई एनर्जेटिक मॉलिक्यूल्स राइजेस अप एंड दे ट्रांसफर हीट थ्रू आउट द लिक्विड। तो हमने शॉर्ट उसको डिस्क्राइब कर दिया। एंड लेट्स सपोज इफ दे आस्क टू एक्सप्लेन, अगर डिस्क्राइब की जगह पर वो आपसे कहते हैं एक्सप्लेन, सो एक्सप्लेन में आपको याद होगा कि हमने ये बात की थी, वी नीड टू डिफाइन विद प्रॉपर साइंटिफिक रीजनिंग, राइट? तो उसमें हो सकता है कि वो आपको मार्क्स भी ज्यादा देंगे, क्योंकि वहां पर आपको प्रॉपर डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन देनी होगी, प्रॉपर आपकी साइंटिफिक नॉलेज के साथ, राइट? सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस। अब यहाँ पे डिस्क्राइब था ना, तो मैंने कन्वेक्शन और कंडक्शन को बहुत डिटेल में नहीं लिखा, राइट? वी जस्ट मेंशन आउट दैट हाउ हीट इज ट्रांसफरिंग, एंड इन द सेम वे कन्वेक्शन के लिए भी वी जस्ट मेंशन द बेसिक आइडिया दैट हाउ हीट कैन बी ट्रांसफर्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ कन्वेक्शन।
Okay, thank you, sir.
यस, और अगर क्वेश्चन होता है स्टेट, तो फिर आप सिर्फ नाम लिखते, फिर उसमें आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं थी। Okay, part B of this question. In part B, a cup of different shape is placed.
So whenever this the word describe in the question, so we would be like just
Yes, so whenever like you get this word describe, so describe means you need to write your answer with like brief detail, right? Not in very much detail with scientific experiments or like scientific knowledge, right?
okay sir.
क्योंकि एक्सप्लेन के वर्ड में एक बहुत क्लियर होता है कि आपको एक्सप्लेन जो करना है, ठीक है? तो आप जो सब्जेक्ट का भी पेपर दे आप अटेम्प्ट कर रहे होगे, सो डेफिनेटली आप उस सब्जेक्ट के रेफरेंस से एक्सप्लेन करोगे, ठीक है? क्योंकि डिस्क्राइब एक जर्नल मतलब उसके लिए यूज होता है, और एक्सप्लेन का मतलब ये कि प्रॉपर आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए, ठीक है? जिस तरह आपने देखा है, बहुत सारी जगह पे हम डायलॉग्स में भी एक्सप्लेनेशन का वर्ड यूज करते हैं, लाइक आई वांट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑन दिस। तो उसका मतलब ये कि एक एक चीज डिटेल्ड आप स्पेसिफिक बताओगे, ठीक है? मतलब जर्नल नहीं बताना। हाँ, अब जैसे कहीं पर होता है, लेट सपोज कोई छोटा एक्सीडेंट हो गया, ठीक है? तो हम जर्नली जब बात करेंगे, सो वी जस्ट ओनली डिस्क्राइब दैट देयर इज अ माइनर एक्सीडेंट और इस तरह से बस हुआ है। लेकिन जब एक्सप्लेनेशन की बात होगी, सो आप स्टार्ट से एंड तक उसकी एक एक डिटेल बताओगे, ठीक है? कि मिस्टेक किसकी थी, कहाँ हुआ, कैसे हुआ, ये सब। और इन पार्ट बी, अ कप ऑफ डिफरेंट शेप इज प्लेस्ड ऑन द सेम हीटर। So now we have different shape, but heater is same. As shown in figure 3.2, you can see there is a difference. There is a slightly air between the cup and the base. The two cups are made of same metal, some material is same, and contain the same amount of coffee. It means liquid quantity is also same. Explain why coffee in the cup. Now you can see they are asking explain. Is not kept as warm as the coffee in the cup in figure 3.1. सो सेकंड कप में कॉफी इतनी ज्यादा वार्म नहीं है एज कंपेयर टू द फर्स्ट। जी।
So what I think what the answer would be that the cup won't be as warm because there's air, air that is passing through in between the metal plate and the cup, which means the heat is also transferred not only to the cup but the air surroundings.
Okay, good. So basically, we got one answer, that is we have air particles in between cup and the base. So that's why now heat is not only transferring to the metal cup or directly to the metal cup, but there is like a bad conductor in between cup and this metal plate, which is air particles between them, and air is a bad conductor as we already know. So actually heat is slightly going to be lost to the air particles, right? तो वो हीट कुछ जो है वो वेस्ट फॉर्म में जा रही है, क्योंकि एयर जो है वो हीट को उस तरह से ट्रांसफर नहीं करेगी जिस तरह से डायरेक्ट ट्रांसफर हो रही थी। सो दैट्स व्हाई एयर इज अ बैड कंडक्टर। अब उन्होंने आपसे पूछा ना एक्सप्लेन। सो एक्सप्लेन में आप अगर मतलब आप ये सोचो कि हम साइंटिफिक अगर कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन दे तो क्या देंगे, तो उसमें सिंपल सी एक्सप्लेनेशन ये होगी दैट एयर इज अ बैड कंडक्टर। अब कंडक्टर एक पूरी टर्म है, उसके पीछे लॉजिक है, ठीक है? हमें तो पता है ना कि हम कंडक्टर को क्यों क्या कंडक्टर कहते हैं, एंड यू नो दैट क्वेश्चन इज फॉर ओनली 1 मार्क, और स्पेस भी इतना नहीं है कि आप बहुत डिस्क्रिप्शन इसकी लिख पाओ, ठीक है? सो जी। जी आप पूछो क्वेश्चन।
Sir, what does convection mean? I wasn't present in the first classes.
कन्वेक्शन
Yes, sir.
basically convection is like a mode of heat transfer. In convection we can transfer heat especially in liquid and gases. It is not for solid. Like in solid, we know that heat can be transferred with the help of the vibration, but uh, for liquid and gases, we use the convection method. Like when we start boiling up water, so we know that we always place burner or the source of heat at the bottom of the container, right? नॉर्मली बॉइलिंग में हमने देखा है कि किचन्स में हमारे पास बर्निंग जो स्टोव्स होते हैं या हीटिंग सोर्स होता है वो बॉटम में होता है, राइट? एंड इट ऑलवेज ट्रांसफर थर्मल एनर्जी इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन, ठीक है? क्योंकि जो हॉट एयर होती है दैट ऑलवेज मूव्स इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग कन्वेक्शन मेथड, because we got heat from the bottom, and when molecules get thermal energy, so they starts to move in upward direction. And when molecules moves in upward direction, so it means heat is going to be transferred throughout the liquid, right? So this is the process of convection in short. Rest of the detail you can get from the notes and recorded lecture, plus like when we will start revising the topics again, like from Friday, we will again revise the previous topic. So it will be also helpful for those students who joined late in our classes. तो फ्राइडे से इंशाल्लाह जब रिवीजन अगेन स्टार्ट होगा तो उसमें हम प्रीवियस टॉपिक को फिर से रिवाइज कर लेंगे, राइट?
Okay, thank you, sir.
So the first point is air is a bad conductor and heat cannot be transferred to the cup, right? Part C, the outside surface of the cup can be either black or white and can be either dull or shiny. So basically, now we are talking about the surface of the cup from the outside. It will be either black or white, or it can be either dull or shiny. मतलब हर तरह की possibility आपको दे दिया उन्होंने, ठीक है? Question is, underline which color and which type of surface is best to keep the coffee warm. Explain your answer. So 1 mark for selection, 1 mark for explanation. So पहले तो आपने selection करनी है that what do you think about color and what do you think about the type of surface. तो कौन सा surface और texture जो है वो आपको best रखता है to keep the coffee warm. जी.
Sir, it is shiny.
Sir, black, and the color would be black and the surface would be dull.
Okay, dull and black. Okay, dull black. Shiny. Okay. Okay, you can answer like one by one when someone is like giving the answer. So the other student waits for it and then you can answer also.
Sir, there is a student in a class that doesn't speak Urdu.
Yes, yes, I got the message. Okay, no issue. We will continue in like English, no worries. Okay, any other student that wants to answer? Mostly like you are going with black and dull, right?
No, sir, shiny.
Okay, shiny. Oh, okay,
Black and dull.
black and dull. So mostly are black and dull, black and dull. Okay. So mostly like 90% are with black and dull and few of you are like with shiny. Okay. So again, if we observe that question is underline which color and which type of surface is best to keep the coffee warm, right? Now
Yes,
let's,
sir.
if you check the question, so this is the condition. And it shows a metal coffee cup on a metal warming plate. There is a small electrical heater inside the warming plate. So basically heater is inside the plate, okay? And that is electrical heater. So if we consider or if we underline white and shiny. So what do you think about white and shiny combination? Is it good to keep the coffee warm or not?
No, sir, I don't think so because the color white would
Mhm.
reflect and it will lose the heat quickly.
Okay,
And with its shiny surface, instead of any warmer molecules, like the heat around it absorbing, uh,
okay.
so it won't
Hmm.
absorb because the shiny surface would reflect it off.
Yes, I got your idea. So, okay. So basically, let's check what about black dull and white shiny, right? So if we like choose combination of black and dull, right? So if we consider black and dull surface, so actually what happens, we know black and dull, these combinations are good absorber and good emitter, okay? And let's suppose if we take example of a coffee, like if you want to keep coffee warm for a longer time, right? So what will you do like to keep coffee warm for a long time? Like if you want to take that coffee to office or somewhere, so definitely we carry thermos flask, right? And if you observe that thermos flask is completely shiny from the outer surface, or like the
Yes,
outer
sir.
surface of thermos flask is shiny, because our main purpose is to keep it warm for a longer time, okay? Basically, black, dull, they are good absorber, right? But the problem is they are good emitter also. So in this situation, what happens? When they got thermal energy from the heater, so they also starts to emit out into the surrounding, because this cup is completely made up of metal. Metal is already a good conductor, and if you like color it black and dull, so it absorbs thermal energy and it also emit out thermal energy into the surrounding. So in this way, like we can easily lose thermal energy into the surrounding and continuously we are losing it. But if we consider a shiny surface, right? So shiny surface is like poor conductor, sorry, it is like poor absorber and poor emitter, but good reflector, right? So good reflector means that the radiations from the surrounding or that will not take place because they can easily reflect back from the surface. So if there are some radiations coming towards the cup, so they can easily reflect back. Okay. So that's why we are using white and shiny color.
Sir, why white?
White and shiny. Okay. Basically, white color or bright color are good reflectors, right? And bad absorbers. Reason is because bright color and shiny surface, good reflectors, and they also emit less amount of heat because they are poor emitter also. For example, if we consider another situation like if you are sitting in a car, right, and let's suppose that is a very sunny day and the sunlight or radiation from the sun is coming from your front screen. So definitely we use some type of sunglasses or reflectors in the cars, right? And that reflector is also made up of silver color. So it will help you to keep your temperature constant. Like if your body has temperature 20 degrees Celsius or 22. So with the help of that reflector, radiation coming from the sun can easily reflect back. So the temperature of your body remains maintained. Okay. So in the same way, when the coffee getting heat from the heater and radiations and some other like type of radiations from the surrounding coming towards that the coffee cup, so they can easily reflect back. Plus, it is also bad emitter, right? Shiny and white surfaces are bad emitter, so they will not emit thermal energy into the surrounding, or like we can say they will emit very less amount of thermal energy into the surrounding. So in this way, we can keep that coffee warm for a longer time. Okay.
Sir, I have a little confusion. That if we like have white, so in the when we were discussing about these colors and all
Hmm.
the these so the factors and all. So you said that light colors they don't absorb much energy, but they emit energy, like they reflect energy. And
Like
sir,
from outside.
yeah, and the dark and the black and the dark colors are the opposite of the bright
Mhm.
colors. So black won't they like keep the
Okay.
temperature or the heat inside more?
Yes, basically we are confusing in idea that if we are using white or shiny surface, so how we absorb heat, right? So basically, in your question, in the start, we discussed that there is a metal cup. So metal can easily conduct heat, right? We are not like taking thermal energy with the help of the color. We are only like taking thermal energy with the help of the material, that is metal. Okay, that is the first thing. And secondly, when we talk about colors, so in colors we discussed, yes, so dark colors are good absorber and good emitter. Let's suppose if we make that cup dull black, so it absorbs thermal energy quickly, but it also lose energy or lose thermal energy very quickly, right? So it will not help you to keep your coffee hot for a long time. Like it can quickly heat up your coffee. That is the advantage of using black or dull surface, but it will not keep that for long time. Okay. And if we consider light colors, so light colors are good reflector and bad absorber. So they are not conducting heat very much, right? Because if they starts to conduct or like they are good absorbers. So actually what happens, let's suppose we use coffee in winter season, right? So in winter season, we know that in our surrounding, we have very low temperature. So if we are using a dark color, right? So in dark color, what happens? They starts to emit thermal energy very quickly. Okay. And in this way, your coffee will be like the temperature of coffee will be dropped very quickly as compared to the light color. If we are using light color, so what happens? Uh, like if you are getting something from your surrounding, so they can be easily reflect back with the help of light color because they are good reflector. And the amount of heat that is taken from the electrical heater, so that is taken by the concept of the metal. So metal is helping out us to conduct the thermal energy from the electrical heater. Okay. That's why we are using electrical heater. We know that we can easily provide thermal energy. If we are using burner, so definitely it depends upon conditions also that what type of example we are talking about. Because in electrical heater, you know that no type of flame or like burning process is required. We can directly get thermal energy with the help of electricity. Okay. So in this sense, we
Sir,
are
should we
using,
rejoin?
yes.
Should we rejoin? There are only 5 minutes left in the meeting.
Yes, you may rejoin with the same link. Then we will discuss other question also, right?
Okay, sir.